Alrighty then, I am fixing to make some shrimp etouffee with some lovely coastal South Carolina shrimp, quite fresh. But we're going to make a shrimp stock first. I got the ones without the heads, but that's not going to stop me from peeling these, putting my shells in a saucepan, boiling them, and then keep them in a simmer for about an hour and a half. And it really makes a difference to use that shrimp stock instead of adding water. But you can't add water. You could do it how you want to. We are going to make a roux. It ain't hard to make a roux. It's just a controlled burn of equal amounts of oil and flour. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my shrimp clean. If you do not have a deveiner, you can certainly just use your hands. It takes the little end off for you. And this is what we want to remove, that little dark streak. So again, it's not hard. I'm going to get my shrimp peeled, rinsed, placed into a colander. Then they're going to go back in the refrigerator, but I'm going to get those shells boiling for my shrimp stock. It's just shrimp etouffee, and etouffee means smothered. So I don't know why they call it that, but they do. The French, I'll never understand them. Alrighty then, I am fixing to make some shrimp etouffee with some lovely coastal South Carolina shrimp, quite fresh. But we're going to make a shrimp stock first. I got the ones without the heads, but that's not going to stop me from peeling these, putting my shells in a saucepan, boiling them, and then keep them in a simmer for about an hour and a half. And it really makes a difference to use that shrimp stock instead of adding water. But you can't add water. You could do it how you want to. We are going to make a roux. It ain't hard to make a roux. It's just a controlled burn of equal amounts of oil and flour. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my shrimp clean. If you do not have a deveiner, you can certainly just use your hands. It takes the little end off for you. And this is what we want to remove, that little dark streak. So again, it's not hard. I'm going to get my shrimp peeled, rinsed, placed into a colander. Then they're going to go back in the refrigerator, but I'm going to get those shells boiling for my shrimp stock. It's just shrimp etouffee, and etouffee means smothered. So I don't know why they call it that, but they do. The French, I'll never understand them. Alrighty, so my shrimp are peeled, sitting in this colander, draining, and they've been deveined. Now I'm going to take my shrimp shells, get them in a saucepan, and just cover it with water. I choose not to add seasonings to this because I can't really control the amount I get in there. So I'm just going to put this, bring it to a boil, then I'm going to let it simmer for like an hour and a half. And honest to goodness, if you're ever short on time and you can only get your shrimp stock going 15 minutes, it's worth it because it makes a huge difference in the taste. It does. So I'm going to wait for this to come to a boil. And I can tell you that when I lived in Vancouver, Washington, they had prawns, which I had not used before. And I did boil the shells, but honest to goodness, it had no flavor. So I had my mom send me some pints of shrimp stock that she cans. You can can it. You can also can shrimp. I'm Still Working has a great video on canning shrimp in pint jars. So it made a huge difference. So to me, the prawns had no flavor. They were all the same size, unlike, you know, coastal shrimp or Gulf shrimp, which made cooking nice, but they didn't have any flavor. So once I was able to, in Vancouver, Washington, get that shrimp stock going, I like the prawns a lot better. So this is dead easy shrimp etouffee. It ain't hard, and it's a fast, delicious meal, and you serve it on rice. Alrighty then, we've got the holy trinity of Cajun cooking, which is onion, celery, and bell pepper. Excuse me. You can use any color bell pepper you like. I like red or green. I happen to have green. To understand the amount that you use, if you want to measure it so you have equal portions, you could do 3/4 cup of celery, 3/4 cup of onion, and 3/4 cup of bell pepper. And then I'll add some garlic to it also, but I've still got my shrimp stock going, and it's only been about 35 minutes. So this is a really not a difficult meal to put together, but it is delicious. So shrimp etouffee is what is happening. Alrighty then, you are precariously balanced on my flour container, and I'm now going to get 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil going to start making my roux. Now, when you're making a roux, I call it a controlled burn. You do not walk away from your stove. It's just like canning. I got my little fire extinguisher thing ready, okay? I'm also going to make sure I have a lid that I can cover this with. Okay, there we go. My shrimp stock has been drained. I got to get this hot. Then I'm going to add the same amount of flour, in this case 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to be whisking it the whole time, and I need to do it for my husband takes my nap, because when I get this roux the color I want, I'm going to be pouring in my large container of the vegetables, and it is going to make some steam. So let's hope you do not fall down. So that's what's happening here. I ain't going to answer my phone. I'm not going to answer the door. If UPS comes and needs something signed for, you know they'll come back here. Okay, so let's not burn our house down. And once I get the flour in there, I'm going to have to turn the fan on right above your head. But it'll be fine. Okay, let's make a roux for our shrimp etouffee. If you can tell, we're now at a light brown. Very light brown. You can stop here and add your vegetables. I like a darker roux. So we're going to keep going, and maybe we'll go for a medium. It's almost like a pale peanut butter, because I know cameras don't show you true color, but the color of the roux has absolutely changed. So if you're happy with a light brown roux, you could stop now, pour your vegetables in. They're going to cook in seconds. It's so hot, it's like lava. Alrighty, this is the color roux that I like. It's like a peanut butter, and a camera doesn't show you the true color. I like a darker roux, my husband does not. And I ain't been married 36 years for nothing. So this is the color of peanut butter roux that we're going to go for. Now we're going to add our vegetables, and it's going to get steamy, so hang on. Alright, my fan is on, so it might be loud, but now I'm going to add the vegetables, but they are going to steam up, okay? So you ready? Turn my burner back to low. These are going to cook very fast. Keep stirring it, because again, you don't want to burn it. So now we're just going to go for it all. And if this pops on you, it's the heat of molten lava. Okay? So these vegetables will cook so quick in here, you'll be amazed. And notice it got much, much darker, but it has not burned. So my burner is on low, and my fan is up there and loud. So I'm going to go ahead and cook these just for a few minutes until they're more tender, but again, I'm going to keep it moving. See how much thicker it is? And now we're the true color of peanut butter. So I'd like to thank my husband for holding the camera so it didn't steam up on you. So here we go. I'm going to keep stirring. So here is where we are, and look at that nutty brown color. This is a beautiful thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer this into my little Dutch oven, and then I'm going to put our 4 cups of shrimp stock in there. It ain't hard, it's just cooking. Here is a teaspoon of peanut butter. I'm not putting it in there, but to show you that is the color of peanut butter, and that is the color of roux that my husband likes. Because he ain't a coonie, a cajun, a coonasse, so this is what he likes. I just added my shrimp, and they will add quite a bit of moisture to this, because as you can see it's quite thick, but it will be good, and these shrimp will cook quite quickly. Shrimp etouffee, it's a happening. Alright, the shrimp have been in there a very short period, and they are cooked, and it is a beautiful thing. So we're going to ladle up a little snack of it, because it's too early for us to eat a big meal. I take my rice, I divide it in a bowl. Oh, looks good. Let's taste it and see. Alrighty then, gonna taste test it. Get a little bit of rice. I'm just gonna get some of the sauce. It's gonna be hot. Very, very hot. Oh Lord. Oh yeah. That is a beautiful thing. Yep. Not a lot of effort. Easy to do. There's a little shrimp cut in half. Almost has a little kick to it, but not quite. So I won't kill the husband. Oh yeah. Definitely worth it. Shrimp etouffee. Make you some. Easy. Very affordable. I've got some dough rising, so I'll have a little Italian bread with it to sop up that sauce, and it'll be good. Have a great one, and keep it weird.